That's fresh. That's that you bought a Danny K t-shirt.
Yeah.
Danny and I are still in contact.
Are you? Are you really? Tell me something that you've never told anybody else, exclusive to my thing. I'll post it on Fago Lovers later.
Okay.
About Danny K. I love Danny K.
Okay. So you want a story about? Okay.
Yeah.
So you want a story about Danny K?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to think here. Okay. Okay. And go. Okay. I'm J-Webb with Psychopathic Records, and I'm going to tell you a previously untold story about the legendary Danny K.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. In 2012. I was working as a freelance writer for the Detroit Metro Times, and I told them I wanted to do a cover story on this legendary rapper who basically has been totally forgotten, but who had influenced everybody who came out of Detroit. Everybody from ICP, Eminem, Kid Rock, Uncle Cracker, all of the big name rappers who came out of the Motor City cite Danny K as an influence. Violent J talks about Danny K extensively in Behind the Pain. So, I am talking to all these people who worked with Danny K back in the day. I'm talking to the guy who got his records at the Harmony House. I'm talking to the guy who produced his records, Marvin Lewis, great guy. I'm talking to other Detroit rappers who used to bump his shit. A guy named Mannix, Champtown, my homie. He was filled with stories about Danny K. And I also reached out to Eminem's people because I knew that Eminem was a fan of Danny. And I knew about that because there's a video on YouTube when the Morton's List crew tracked down Danny K in Alaska, I think about 2008 maybe.
Yep.
And Danny says on camera that Eminem, as he says, he's a fan of mine, so why would I have beef with anyone who does that? Or something to that effect. So I emailed Paul Rosenberg, Eminem's manager, who puts me in contact with M's publicist. So I tell them I'm doing the story for the Metro Times about Danny K. And then I asked them, would Eminem give me an interview or send over a statement for something to include in the article? A couple days go by, I don't hear anything. All of a sudden I get an email from Eminem's publicist saying that Marshall is interested in submitting a quote, but first he needs to hear Danny K.'s music because he hasn't heard it in years. All right, so I get on the horn with Danny K, and I'm like, all right, this is fucking huge, okay? So Eminem will be on the record in this Metro Times cover story about you, all right? So what I need you to do is send him your entire catalog, because Danny's got 4 CDs out. So I said, send him your catalog so he can listen to it, and then he'll send us a quote that we can put in the article. So this is huge. I mean, we have quotes from Uncle Cracker, we have quotes from Violent J and Shaggy, and then we would have a quote from Eminem. From a journalism standpoint, this is fucking journalism, music journalism orgasm. I'm gonna have all these fucking famous Detroit MCs on the record talking about Danny K. That's fucking fresh. But the plot thickens. I get a call from Danny, and he tells me, Jason, that's cool about Eminem, but who's gonna pay for these CDs? And I tell him, I said, Danny, just send him the CDs. What's wrong about that? Just send him the CDs. You got 4 CDs. He gets the 4 CDs. He'll listen to them. He'll be flooded with all those old memories, and then he will, and then he'll give us a quote for the fucking cover story of the Metro Times. That's dope. And Danny said, listen, somebody has to pay for these CDs. So now, mind you, Danny K, he only sells his CDs on half.com and gem.com. That's GEMM.com. And he sells them at $20 a pop. So I literally had to buy the entire Danny K catalog to send that to Eminem, so Eminem would give me a quote for the Danny K story.
Wow.
So I can't believe this. I can't fucking believe this. It's like I am fucking I'm fucking $80 in the hole, right? Because I fucking have to buy all these CDs from the guy I'm doing the story on, right? And he tells me, somebody's got to pay for these CDs. Danny K, what do you want from me? So I go ahead and I send Danny K a check to his place in Alaska. I send him a check, and then he sends me the Danny K catalog. So I take the Danny K catalog and I send it to Shady Records in New York City. About a week goes by, and then I get an email from Danny's publicist with a quote from Eminem. And I believe the quote says something like, Danny K is a Detroit legend, and I'm so happy he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. So it's one sentence. So I spent basically $80 of my own cheddar for that one sentence. But it did, in the end, when the story dropped, it didn't matter. Money, there are some things money cannot buy, and immortality is one thing money can buy sometimes. Because now, my Metro Times cover story was published, and it had a quote.
I have that copy of Metro Times.
There you go. You look in, so that big ass pull quote from Eminem almost cost me $100. So,
one sentence for $100,
one sentence, but for almost $100. But you know what? It was all karma. I mean, I got a quote from Eminem. It was great. I got a quote from both Violent J and Shaggy. I got a text message from Uncle Cracker. I got several quotes from Champtown, who worked with Kid Rock way back in the day. Kid Rock is a huge Danny K mark. And, it was dope. But so that's a Danny K story from back before I joined Psychopathic.
That's fucking dope.
Once upon a time, I was a journalist, and now I'm an executive juggler with Psychopathic Records, and I get to rep the hatchet for a living. And even though it's caught, there it is.
Whoop, whoop.
It is an honor and a privilege to be talking to Lego lovers tonight at Big Ballas Christmas 2015. And I'm out.
Hip hop, take us to the top. Hip hop, take us where to the top.